Karen Chetcuti's family relieved at Michael Cardamone life sentence for murder. Speaking outside Wangara to court on Friday, Sister Lina Verbunt described Michael Cardamone as a sadistic sociopath. Justice Lex Lasry sentenced Cardamone to life without parole for what he called a horrifying, depraved and disgusting attack on Ms. Chetcuti. Cardamone, 50, attacked his well-liked neighbor at her rural Huruli home and held her prisoner for hours before burning her to death in remote bushland in January 2016. Ms. Chetcuti, 49, was watering her vegetable garden when Cardamone sedated her with horse tranquilizer and tied her up with rope and duct tape. "I'm so glad that he got life, but it doesn't bring Karen back," Ms. Verbunt said. "It's such a relief. The whole way through your heart's pounding waiting for that, so it's great. With more and more people in the community taking ice and drugs, we're just going to have more and more of these horrible situations in the future. They don't even know what they're doing. They're out of their minds." The family sat through a 2-day plea hearing in which they heard about Cardamone's regular methamphetamine use and the 18 different versions of the story he told police and the media, each time contradicting the one before. "He wouldn't even know the real story, would he? He was just out of his mind," Ms. Verbunt said. "There's lots of things going on in Victoria all the time and our population's growing as well, and drugs are becoming a bigger problem, so we're going to see more of these violent killings." She said she wanted her sister to be remembered as a loving mother. "I just feel very sorry for her children mostly. They've got to live with this for the rest of their lives. It's terrible," she said. Mother Clary Verbunt said the murder was senseless and described Cardamone as a monster, not a man at all. She said she had been very proud of what her daughter achieved as part of the Huruli community. Ms. Chetcuti's ex-husband Tony Chetcuti welcomed the life sentence without parole, saying the court proceedings had been hard on their teenage children, but they were taking small steps. "It's a good step forward, not to be released," he said. "There's no closure, it will never go away." In sentencing Cardamone, Justice Lasry said it was very difficult to accept Cardamone was truly remorseful for his actions. "You treated her and her body with absolute contempt," he said. "The method by which you killed her was grossly violent. I believed I had ceased to be amazed by the senseless violence that men have inflicted on defenseless women, but what you did to Karen Chetcuti was unbelievable," he said. "I regard your prospects of rehabilitation as virtually non-existent." He said the case against Cardamone was overwhelming. "Sometimes a crime was so cruel, so horrific and so callous that a step towards mercy, or parole, was too much," he said.